work some of the homework problems in case you're having trouble with that. I'm just going to work an example of each, so if you need to fast forward or pause or whatever suits you best. So in this section, we are not actually solving for an answer. We're rearranging the furniture. It's sort of like when you clean your room, but you decide you're going to put your bed on the other side, or you're going to change where the pictures are. You're just rearranging variables. You're not actually solving something that bothers some people. But we already actually have everything we need to know to do this. Okay, so it says solve for y, and so that means get y by itself on one side of the equals. To get y by itself, in this case, we need to get rid of this minus 10, and we can do that by adding 10. Minus 10 plus 10 makes 0. If we do that to one side, we must do it to the other side. So we're going to get y equals x plus 10, and that's all there is to it. We're just going to type that in. We have rearranged the furniture. Y minus 10 equals x is exactly the same thing as y equals x plus 10. It's just rearranged into a different format. We do this to practice, to get ready to use this skill in subjects like physics, where we use formulas and we rearrange them for something that we're solving for all the time. When you did unit conversions and canceled out units, this method of rearranging equations will allow you to cancel units later on. That probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense yet. That's okay, but it will let you set up a formula in physics, cancel your units, and know exactly if you're doing it right and if you're going to be on the right track to get the right answer. So it's a great skill to have. The second example asks us to solve for a. So we have p equals a plus b minus 5. So our objective is to just get rid of everything except a on that side. So let's go ahead and add 5. P plus 5 equals a plus b. And now let's subtract b, because that'll move it over here. And then we'll have a all by itself. So p plus 5 minus b equals a. Notice that I could not combine any of these things because they weren't like terms. P and 5 is a constant, and b is a different variable. And so we're just going to type in this. We can flip-flop the left to the right anytime we want to. So we can also call this a equals, and that way you'll be able to type the answer, p plus 5 minus b. You'll type that in and be good. The next problem has 6x equals y, and we need to solve for x. That means get x by itself. So in this case, we're multiplying times 6, so I'm going to divide by 6 because that'll cancel. And I get x equals y over 6. Just keep everything over here the way it is. You're not having to try to get one number as an answer. You're actually just rearranging the formula so that x equals something. X equals y over 6 is just another way of saying 6x equals y. In this problem, we have 3xy equals w, and they're asking us to solve for x. So we need to get rid of everything other than the x. In this case, it's probably just as easy to do everything at once. So I'm going to divide by 3y, because this will let me cancel the 3's, it'll let me cancel the y's, and it'll leave the x where it is. So we're getting rid of 3, we're getting rid of y. We could do it separately, but that's even messier, and I think it's okay to just do this. Notice we've created this thing over here, and we're just going to keep that thing. So we're going to have x equals a big W over 3y. We need to type that in the answer. In this problem, we're going to solve for x. We have z equals 8x minus y. And just like we would solve an equation, we're going to kind of work away from the x first. So way out here where we have the minus y, we're going to plus y, which will cancel that. We have to do that over here. So we just have z plus y equals 8x. We're not quite there yet. And then watch this. Don't sweat it. We're just dividing by 8. And we're going to divide the entire thing by 8. And then just leave it the way it is. So flip-flop that around. X equals, on the top, z plus y, and on the bottom, 8. Last problem. We have r equals 8 times b minus 2. And we need to solve for b. And b is buried in the parentheses. So here's how we can unravel this. Let's work on the outside of the parentheses. It's 8 times, right? So undoing 8 times is to divide by 8. That'll cancel that. So we're going to have r over 8. R over 8 equals b minus 2. I want b by itself, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides. And then this is how you write this. R over 8 plus 2 equals b. And we can flip-flop that around. B equals r over 8 plus 2. And that's all there is to it. Let me know if you have some other questions.